Alrighty, hey there, y'all. I'm gonna be playing a little more League games today. So I wanted to make a couple changes to the deck. Here's what we're working with. I've drawn a lot of Zombie Titans last time, and I didn't want like as many Zombie Titans. So we're gonna take one of those out, remove from deck, and we're gonna put in a Dr. Frankenbaum just to you know burn people out more. Where's Dr. Frankenbaum? Right here. Add the deck. Um, Save League deck. And it worked. We've got 3 Frankenbaum. Just need to make the changes to the good old league pool in the client. So I was just proxying up a Herald deck to see how much it cost. So got League Week 1. I should probably just put like W1, D1 or something for last time I messed with it. But anyway, let's sort by name because apparently I can't find cards otherwise. Doctor with a period. Save. We'll name this Week 1 Day. This is only the second day I've worked on it, but it's like what the started on the 15th and it's the 19th, so it's day 4. So we'll just save over the last one back, and now I have to go into the thing here and find a match. So Kyles of Keltri, and I'm gonna pause while we're just sitting in queue. I'm gonna go ahead and advertise. I'm up for League if anyone's down. See the juxtaposition between up and down in that sentence? I'm so poetic. Anyway, I'll just pause right now and come back in a bit. Okay, so we got matched against Kui1, who's... I recognize his name from the ladder. I don't think I've ever played against him. So let's just go ahead and make it timed. Add challenge. And it looks like he's playing Dirge Banshee group me 2 group meal. That's really good. That's how many I have. So he's playing Artesian, Dryad's Boon, 3 Life Shaper Savant. That's incredible. Holy crap. And it's the Dire Hound. This is quite a potent deck right here. With a Legion Shard as well. Legion Shard, Dire Hound, 3 Savants, and 2 group meals. This is actually like a really, really good deck. So just gonna move that over here. I can look at his deck a little more. He's not responding to the challenge yet. It's got a Corpulent Chamber, Branch Weaver Druid, Crypt Slime, and for his Spirit Leash. Plus, it works with Dryad's Boom as well. Whispers of Dendris is okay. He's got a Werewood Ranger. I don't even remember what that card does. He's ready to play. Sweet. So he played Shimmerfang Serpent. I can double Necroflay it because I think this is really good value. If I just kill his guy and level up both my Necroflays, that way they're both -7/-7 at rank 2, which is okay. It's no Bitterfrost Totem, but then again, what is? And I get to just rank up a Glutton, I guess. I could play Zombie Titan. That might be better, especially since he has like 3 Savants he's going to be one of playing, so I want to be aggressive in rank 1, and Glutton dies like everything. So I'll go ahead and play the Zombie Titan, and then nuke his Shimmerfang. I don't expect to draw those 2 in a row again, but just having them was pretty nice. For the, leveling both of them. It's kind of like having a Technosmith for Necroflays. Speaking of Technosmith, I can't imagine... I want to play the Infernal Visage, but I also... I guess I'm just going to play the Infernal Visage. So I can Technosmith pitch my... Zithian Hook's an Abomination, and I have 3 Frankenbombs. Raleigh Symbiote's a 10/10 at rank 2. So I think I'm just going to pitch the Zithian Hulk because it works with Frankenbombs. And then Infernal Visage up my guys, kill his bear. Have a 4/4 Technosmith, which isn't like the hugest creature around, but it's something he has to worry about or like deal with. And then maybe block his Huntress with Zithian Hulk and chump another guy with Technosmith. Shiverfang Serpent kills my guy. He's 2 Shiverfang Serpents? Yep. Okay. So I think the play is Zithian Hulk, just to, eat this guy. Actually, what would have been a better play, which I didn't think of until I already played the Zithian Hulk, obviously. It would have been to play the Technosmith, pitch the Glutton, and then group meal. That way I kill both his creatures and get to, have a leveled card in my hand. But I'm just going to play Technosmith and pitch my Glutton. That way I get more, cards leveled. He has 3 Savants in his deck, but he's not playing any of them, which means if he draws them next round, it's not going to be great for him. I can play Technosmith, my double Technosmith block to kill the Zombie Titan. Which honestly I think is fine, because Technosmith doesn't really block. It doesn't really kill anything. So if I can just throw Technosmiths at creatures to level my guys, it's going to be worth it. This is a double Savant turn, it's going to be really good for him. Werewood Ranger, that's the card I didn't remember what it did. So you activate it to give another creature +1/+1. It's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and pitch Dr. It can't target itself, correct? Yes, so we'll pitch Dr. Frankenbaum and then play Skynight Glider in the mid lane. Because he can't pump itself, so I would eat his creature. And the only thing he can really do to interact with it is Legion Shard or Direhound. I guess Group Meal works too. And Dryad's Boon. Yeah, it's still, I think, it's a pretty good trade. Didn't draw any of the cards I leveled so meticulously last rank. I have 10 leveled cards in my deck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm pretty likely to draw them next time. So he played the Group Meal. And gave his Savant +1/+1. I can't kill the Savant. So maybe what I do is jump here. I think I want to block both his creatures. I'm just not sure what I want to play. Maybe Abyssal Brute Glutton? Abyssal Brute here and Glutton like on the Savant. I am taking like 14 from the Savant, but that's fine, I guess. I can block it with a Frankenbaum. He's going to play towards the middle lane because he knows I have Infernal Visage. So I can't really expect to get too much value off this Infernal Visage. I'm probably going to end up playing Necroflay if he doesn't play anything in the side lanes. Necroflay is 7/7, then I guess it just depends. That kind of sucks. I think I'm going to Necroflay his Titan and block his Savant. That way the Titan's not as big a deal. It'd only be a 3/3. I get to rank that up again, and I get to keep my Frankenbaum around. I'm taking a lot of damage, something I need to worry about. Hopefully when the Technosmiths start rolling in, like right now, they'll help me out a little bit. Going into rank 3, pretty strong. I think that's generally my deck's game plan, just to try and Technosmith up and survive. I have to be worried about this Legion Shard, because he can make a really large creature if he +6/+6 is something. Am I worried about the Swampmoss Ancient? A little. But I can kill his other creatures that are damaging me this turn, so I think that's a little better. And I'm going to rank up my Gloom Fiend. It's an abomination that affects the board. Frankenbaum 3's him. I have 2 creatures in play, which are decent. I get to play double Technosmith next turn. Rank up Necroflay and Glutton. I might have to play Necroflay. Probably not. We'll see. Shiverfang Serpent's actually really hard to kill. So I guess I'm just going to chump my his Swampmoss Ancient here, pitch my Technosmith, and then Necroflay his Serpent. I'm still taking 4 from the Torgmine Vendor, but the Serpent doesn't really do anything now. He has to pump it again. And I drew my level 3 cards. Right on time. How many do I have in this rank? I think I have like 4. I have 3 level 3 Technosmiths. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, I have to block the creatures he's playing. which really sucks for me. But there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I don't really want to be taking 12 from this nonsense. I need to kill these creatures eventually because Group Meal will pump them, and I definitely don't want that to happen. I drew all level 1 cards. It's not supposed to happen when I play Technosmith at every opportunity. So hopefully he gets level screwed, but he plays Group Meal, which is the one card I didn't want him to play. So I guess that works out. So this dies, this dies. Hopefully he doesn't have any like good creatures so I can ignore it, because I have to block the Torgmine Mender, take 3, then block the Zombie Titan. Spirit Leashes the Torgmine Mender. I think that's actually not a great play. It just so happens since I have so many level 3 cards, I think it's like quite poor to put all your eggs in one basket when he knows I have 2 level 2 Necroflays, or level 3 Necroflays, and 3 level 3 Technosmiths, if he's been paying attention to the game log. But I have like this god-awful hand that I can't do anything about, so I actually can't punish it at all. And so what happens here? I block this, He does 12 to me on his turn, then he plays 2 more creatures, and I have to figure out how to deal with them. And I didn't really draw enough cards to do that. If I would have drawn the double Necroflay this turn, that would have been pretty sweet, because I could have killed 2 of his creatures. I actually have no idea what he could play that wouldn't kill me this turn. Like, I'm really, really close to conceding. I can't conceive of a situation where I wouldn't die here. Because if he hits me for 12, I'd be at 5, and that, like, everything kills me at 5. Yeah, this would be a really good hand for double Necroflay, I just don't have it. Oh, just kind of sucks. Yeah, but that's limited sometimes, you know? So, go back to the thing and report I lost. His deck's really good, though. He can be a lot better early than I can be. My deck's just kind of like grinding up. So I'm going to go and join the queue again, try to find someone else. GG. Did I not get to whisper him? I'll figure out this whisper system eventually. Okay, so is there another color I can play? Let me pull up my oh, I actually just got paired by the Commodore. Eventually I'll be able to copy paste this. So what is he playing? Back timed. Please, come on. Soulforge, work for me here, buddy. I think I'm frozen. Okay, so I got the challenge going. Let's see what he's playing. He's playing pretty Dejin again still. He's got a Savage Oath, which is... Oh, I played against this guy before, right? I'm pretty sure. Savage Oath killed me, I remember that. His deck didn't look like amazing, but it's got a lot of inevitability with the Duskspire Zombies, Glaveborn Glutton, Grove Matriarch, Dryad Spoon, Savage Oath. Like, he can win a late game pretty good if he gets his cards going. It's just cards are just a smidgen weak. Branch Weaver Druid, Dark Shaper Savant, no Life Shaper Savant, and he has a Howl of Zith, which is a really good finisher, especially in limited. So I guess I'll just pause while I'm waiting for him to... Okay, here we go. So my hand's mediocre. I can play Brute and like Glutton, which is fine. Largely depends on what he plays. He has a lot of mediocre creatures, honestly. And Tarsus, which is an incredible creature. So... don't want Tarsus to live, but there's not a lot I can do about it. I could throw a Dire Hound at it, but then I'd miss out on a chance to lull. So I'm probably just going to block out with Graveborn Glutton and put Abyssal Root in the mid lane. Sure. There's very little difference between a 5/5 and a 4/4. especially with Tarsus on the board, because he can just Branch Weaver Druid to kill my Brute, and it'd be like a 7/7, I believe. Yeah, 7/7 Tree Folk. He has a lot of Dryad's boons, so I wanted to like. I can't actually kill the Death Weaver with the Glutton because of his. If he Dryad's boons it and then plays a Branch Weaver Druid, it'd be like a 8/8, I believe, maybe a 9/9. I can't remember what Dryad's boon reads. But anyway, it wouldn't live, and then I could block it with Technosmith and try and kill it that way. It just depends on what he tries to do. How big is Dr. Frankenbaum at rank 3? It's pretty small. It just does a lot of damage to them from the abominations dying. Okay, come on, the Commodore. So he levels up his Darkshaper Savant, which is an excellent level 2 card. And then rolling more Claw to make a 3/3. That's pretty good. So actually Tarsus dies, which is nice, because now I can play my Technosmith to kill his Warclaw. And then pump, or just pitch the Infernal Visage to level it. And then what do I play in the side lane? I can play Dr. Frankenbaum, or I can play Graveborn Glutton. I think against his deck, Graveborn Glutton's going to do a little more. But I definitely want to get the Infernal Visage in the pipeline there. I can play Savant and Frankenbaum this turn, or I can play double Frankenbaum, which is bad because if you draw a Life Shaper Savant, you should definitely play it. And then he has no group meals, which is nice. My last opponent had 2, I have 2. I think it's a really strong card. It's just hard for me to find an opportunity to play it because I'm not Dejin. It's really, really good in Dejin because you can play like Raptor or Warclaw and Branch Weaver Druid and have your, play one creature that makes 2 guys. So Group Meal gives you 4 power instead of just 2. All of my creatures I have to play like individually, so that's not nearly as good for me. And I have to. I wish I would have drawn Technosmith this turn, so I could have killed the Darkshaper Savant. Wow, the Commodore is taking a very long time. Maybe he's on mobile, and he's just like in a really bad connection. That's possible. His creatures haven't lost a Fender yet, which means he doesn't even know it's his turn. If he's double queuing, I'd be a little upset because I tend to treat my ladder opponents with a little bit of respect. But, I mean, a lot of people do it. So his creature's lost a Fender, and my guy's regened, so I know he's there now. Just don't know what he's gonna play. Does he have a Dire Hound? I don't think so. He has no Dire Hound. I'm not too worried about Zombie Titan. I'll just play a Savant here and a Frankenbaum here. I played the Frankenbaum over here instead of the Savant in front, or instead of the Frankenbaum in front of the Savant, because Frankenbaum does something as long as it's in play, but Savant doesn't. It's just a 4/6. So even though it has higher toughness, I'd rather have the Frankenbaum be higher toughness than the Savant, or higher health. I drew 1 Technosmith this rank, so I can't go crazy like I did last game, but I have a little bit more level 2 creatures than my opponent. Probably just going to trade Zombie Titans off and then play Zithian Hulk. That's what I'm leaning towards right now. This will be a really good turn for, whatchamacallit actually? Group Meal. I just don't have one. My Darkshaper Savant's going to give him a 5/5. Don't think I care too much about that, because I can just put Skynet Glider in the center lane, which is a 5/6. What spells does he have? He has a Gloom Fiend that could give it -1/-1. That would kill my guy and leave it with 1 power, or his guy with 1 toughness. He could play Darkshaper Savant he leveled, and he would get to, play any, like, Necrim spell to shrink my guy. He has a Tarjan Pact, which is +2/+2 and regen 1, I believe. Savage Oath doesn't work on Spirit Token, so I don't have to worry about that. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all he has. Just those 3 cards. He is really, really spell light. He has like a ton of creatures. I guess he has Dryad's Moon. I completely forgot about that one. That would work too if he Dryad's Moon's his spirit, because it would leave him with a, well, usually 3 toughness spirit, because it would go 6/6 from the Dryad's Moon, then you'd play 2 creatures. And in that case, I wouldn't be able to kill it with Technosmith, but in... Yeah, okay. So he just plays big things. Nothing wrong with that. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and kill his... Okay, so here are my plays. I want to play Technosmith this turn to block the Deathweaver, because I have to block Deathweaver with something, and Technosmith at least levels the cards when it blocks. It doesn't do that much damage to it, but that's fine. I can kill the Gnarly Symbiote or the Venom Fang with Sky Knight Glider, so I think it's best to probably block with the Zithine Hulk, the Venom Fang, and scoot the Glider to kill the Symbiote. And level the Marathene goes to 13, I think? No, it only goes to 11? Probably gonna leave that at level 1 then. Just level the Frankenbomb. Well, I drew Technosmith and a Glutton. I also drew my Infernal Visages. So I think preliminary plan is just to jam the Technosmith in the side lane here, level my Visage maybe. Actually, probably level one of my creatures, then play the other creature. Yeah, I think that's a little much better. And I don't need to worry about the side lane because he has a Zombie Titan. So I don't really want to play things in the side lane. That doesn't matter a whole lot, I think. Because I'm still going to do 2 damage to it, and Glutton is 11 damage, so he has to play like a lot of creatures in order for me not to kill this thing. It just sucks I have to block it with Glutton instead of a Technosmith, which is what I wanted to block it with. So we're just going to put Technosmith in the middle lane. Don't really care about Dirtmancy. I can block it with a level 1 creature to kill it, and then pitch the Frankenbomb. Okay, I can actually just block it with Abyssal Brute. If I should have put Technosmith somewhere else. I forgot about Sky Knight Glider, which actually really sucks. I still have to worry about his Zombie Titan. He has a level 2 one. It's a 10/10, so if I put Abyssal Brute and Sky Knight Glider in the side lane, then Sky Knight Glider would be an 11/12, which would be able to kill his Zombie Titan, so he wouldn't be able to play it. At least in the side lane. There's an alternate Art Glutton. And Deathseeker. So just looks like he got kind of unlucky that turn. We're just going to play our Abyssal Brute here and make a big big Sky Knight Glider. My Technosmith actually eats all parts of this Deathseeker, so he kind of just got unlucky, I think. This is a really good hand, holy crap. I can play Darkshaper Savant, then double Necroflay and get triggers off the Savant each time. Like, this is like the dream rank 2 hand right here. And I didn't miss any of my important cards, right? I have a level 2 Glutton, which is fine. I have like a level 3 Glutton, a level 3 Frankenbomb, a level 3 Brute, and a level 3 Sky Knight Glider. It's all pretty good level 3 cards. Plus the Darkshaper Savant I'm going to play this turn. I can't think of a play he would have that doesn't get destroyed by this combination of 3 cards. It's absolutely silly. Okay, so how do I split this? I'm gonna play this here, then shrink his Grove Matriarch with Necroflay, kill his Branch Favor Druid to get in for 11. Then I could kill his Grove Matriarch here with the Necroflay plus Darkshaper Savant. That doesn't do a whole lot for me though, because the Sapling would still kill my Abyssal Brute. So I think the best play is probably to Necroflay his Glutton and kill his Seedling. Because Technosmith trades and Abyssal Brute trades. I could have also probably, waited until after combat and killed the Sapling. That would have been a lot better. But I got really excited, so I didn't think of it. Yeah, him having a no creatures in play instead of a sapling would be better than the reverse. Yeah, I'm still gonna play this Abyssal Brute. It's a 12/12, which is fine. And if he kills my Sky Knight Glider, I can make a big creature. Or when he kills my Sky Knight Glider, because he's level 3, he can play as level 3 cards. Since my opponent went first, Mr. the Commodore. I think if he... His deck does not have very much reach. Like, he needs to take control of early game really hard with his Dryad Boons Corpse Crawler thing shenanigans. But he also needs to play Savage Oath, so he has like some form of way to kill me at the end. Like, Savage Oath and Hallows Oath, there's only real ways to kill player opponents. This is -7, correct? So I can actually just kill this Warclaw to get in for 11 and save my creature. And then play the Abyssal Brute here. If he kills the Glider, I can make larger creatures with my Abyssal Brute. And if he doesn't kill the Dark Shaper spawn, I can, go ham with my underleveled spells. I can make a really big Zombie Titan. This is +3/+3 in Regen 3. This is +4, +3/+3 in Regen 2, so that's like +6/+6 in Regen 5. So it'd be in a 13/13 Regen 5 creature. It's pretty good. So Dirge Banshee's it, which kills it. I can actually kill the Banshee with my Nevermind. So he's playing into the side lane, which is really what I wanted. This was a 13/13. This is a something else. Do I want to play them in the side lanes though? I definitely want to play this in the side lane because it gets gigantic. This one I can probably just play in the lane 2 and hit him for 12. I was thinking about drawing a level 2 Technosmith, but I don't remember how many of those I actually have in my deck. Just one. I was thinking like if I leave this at 8, I could play a level 2 Technosmith into it to block it and kill it. I guess Dr. Frankenbaum serves that purpose too. Dr. Frankenbaum also works if my Glutton dies. And the same combat as it. It does a lot of damage to him. I could play the Glutton actually in the side lane, but I don't think my Abyssal Brute will live. And that's the only way I would do that. Because it would live and kill his Tree Folk. But since I'm assuming he kills the Abyssal Brute this turn, so my Abyssal Brute would just die, then he would... And then my Glutton definitely doesn't go on the side lane because it would just trade with Grave Matriarch. So he poisons my... what? Glutton? Okay. I kind of thought he would poison the Zombie Titan just to knock its regen down a little bit. But I guess not. Maybe he's just going to block it again. It's a 10 toughness, 10 health. That's a lot. It's pretty much needs to be blocked by a rank 3 creature. Okay, so he just chumps it. I can just chump his Grove Matriarch and ignore the Seedling? Or ignore the Tree Folk? I think so. Just want to play unblocked creatures and put pressure on. So that does 3 to him. Yeah, extra 3 damage from the Frankenbaum ability. I even remembered not to play things in the side lane this time, or the center lane, because of the Sky Knight Glider I have in my deck. So kudos for me for remembering how to play my deck. I get to Technosmith this Tree Folk and rank up the Zithian Hulk and play Sky Knight Glider in the center lane. That's pretty much my only play. Pretty much regardless of what he plays. Because nothing else really does anything. If he plays something gigantic, I don't have any spells, so it's really hard for me to interact with whatever he does. Pretty much just need to play the Technosmith and the Sky Knight Glider. It's possible if he plays something really big in front of... I don't even know. I think he's just in damage control mode. He's also taken 6 minutes longer with me, which is insane. Especially if he's getting level screwed like this, his turns shouldn't take very long. So we're just playing Zithian Hulk, Sky Knight Glider, battling. He has to block like every single one of my creatures, and even if he does block them, they do damage when they die, so can't imagine he'd be dead here. And if he takes longer than like a minute to make this decision, then I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. Okay, so that glutton did. Yeah, okay, there we go. So I'll copy the game log and report. Yes, I won. I'll go ahead and wish him GG's. /W. I don't know how to spell Commodore. Oh yeah, there we go. Sweet. Do I want to play one more league game, or do I want to? I kind of want to look at my deck. I want to see if I could have made another like version of this because Dejin seems to be really, really popular, and I don't remember how good my Otera was. So maybe let me just pull up the spreadsheet I have of my pool. Got 8 points there. Nice. Got this is the Herald deck. So league pool. I'm playing like every single card in Necrane, which is fine. Do I have anything really worth playing Utera for? I don't think so. Like my Utera was really bad. I just have like a Spring Dread, Fangwood Bear. Yeah, there's no point in changing to Utera. That's just not great. I wanted to double check if I had a Savage Oath mainly, because that card is Savage. Yeah, I think actually Necrane Loyan's my only real pair. My Tempest is also really bad. So maybe next week I'll be able to look at my cards a little further. But for this week, I think I just need to work within my bounds of Aloy and Necram, where like pretty much 60% of my cards are. Maybe more. Maybe like 70%. So yeah, let's play one more game. Sealed League. Oops, let's play, not League. So one more game of League, and that'll be it for today. That'll be like my daily wins thing, I guess.